Okay, let's go through yesterday's trades and current positions, and then I'll go through the watch list for today and yesterday's notable breakouts and breakdowns. So Nvidia, I finally closed my short swing from this day here. It was a decent mover. Went down like $9 or so from my entry at one point, but I didn't have full size. But it was a decent trade. TXMD, I almost got stopped out yesterday. Gonna use the 630 as my stop now. Again, I should have sold more here in the high sixes. I was thinking about it, but I didn't do it. EOCC, bought it yesterday, beaten down name. Or actually, I don't know what this gap down was, probably a dividend or something, or because there's no volume there. So it's actually not that beaten down. But, it looks like a nice little breakout candle. Could go. Very tight range candle the day before and looks good. Pola, I was talking about using this 9 area as my stop, but I just let it go a little bit further. I was just looking to see where it closes, and it closed okay, so I'm gonna use this. This 860 is now definitely gonna be my stop. There's really no reason to let it go lower than that. Pixelworks, I sold it. I had it for 3 weeks or 4 weeks. I bought it at 375 and sold at 386, and I did sell some up here somewhere, tiny, like 10% of my position. I still think it's going higher, just didn't go as much as I was looking for. URA played the bounce, sold some, and I think it can easily go back to this mid-16s area. CTRL didn't do much. AMD didn't do much. AAY sold tiny. This thing is just a champion, straight up. REN I added to my short. Very nice weakness here. I think the next target is this rising 100-day moving average. Celdex, as you know, Trump tweeted, had a biotech-related or drug-related tweet in pre-market, so the biotechs got all gapped down. So this one I got up pretty much break even. I think I sold it at 370 and my entry was 373 or 374, so it was a tiny loss on that one, maybe $500 or something like that. BIOC, this one I sold some before it closed because it had some weakness. It tanked a little bit. No, not here. It tanked back to my entry briefly, so I sold a bunch in the low mid 220s. And then in after hours it had earnings, so now it's gapping up on earnings, so that's nice. BLPH had some AM weakness together with all the other biotechs, and then they bought it up late day, so that one looks good. INAP, another one, took a small loss on it, just tanked out of the gate together with all the other. Oh, actually this was a software stock, but anyways, it's tanked out of the gate. ICHR holding up nicely. IG got stopped out, just no follow through, also took a tiny loss on it. Shopify kind of bounced off the rising 20-day. I'm gonna use yesterday's highs as my stop, but it's still actually on my short watch list. If it takes out this 59 area, I'm willing to add to my short. TGTX, what is this? Oh yeah, so I had it overnight shorted some near the open, covered some into the weakness, and then got stopped out, the rest break even. And then it went just straight up after that. LJPC, shorted it near the open. I think it can go fade back to sub 30. Gonna try to be patient with it. PAH, new short, was violating its rising 20-day, but it closed kind of strong. So I'm gonna use this 13-15 area as my stop on it. But if it takes out yesterday's lows, I'm willing to add to it. AUPH, another one I don't remember. Oh yeah, I tried to short it out of the gate. I was thinking, okay, it's day 3 of the bounce. Or the bounce, sorry, it was day 3. I tried to short it. Got stopped out for a tiny loss. Which is good because it went up 25% after that. In hindsight, it was a nice little buy there, but on the opening range highs, should have maybe bought it, but whatever. Momo had a crazy seller at 30. Gapping up a little bit in pre-market over that 30 area, so we'll see if it can hold and go. This is one of the fastest moving stocks, or sorry, one of the fastest growing stocks in the US market right now. It's a Chinese stock, but it's insane growth. It's video streaming, live mobile video streaming or something like that. ANAB, recent IPO, biotech. I was hoping for an end of day run, but it never came. Sometimes these, or actually a lot, I noticed happens a lot on these thin recent IPOs. When they break out, they have a run on very low volume into the close. Happened on a lot of my own positions, and some of these breakouts I missed because they don't hit my radar in time. DSBR, another short I initiated. This one closed very well. I think the next stop is this rising 50-day. Okay, so those were the positions. Let's look at the watch list. PRKR, this is not gonna trade it. I had all the opportunity in the world to buy it in the 250s, 260s, 270s yesterday, and I mean I did not think this was gonna happen, so obviously that's why I didn't buy it. So there's really no trade for me here now. REXX had some earnings. It looks good. I mean, if it can perk on volume here, it could be a buy. I had a great trade on it back here. It went up like 75% in 2 sessions. MYGN, it's very tight here. Could be a long, could be a short. I don't know. I don't know. ENDP, no trade here. But VRX, this thing is down 3 days in a row. In the past 2 weeks, it's down quite a bit, 30%. Could have a little bit of a mean reversion candle here to the upside. TEL, I'm thinking about it. Possibly a bounce candle or a bounce attempt here. Let's see about that. So the long watch list is, well, a lot of names. I'm not gonna go through them. You can see them for yourself. Short watch list, a lot of biotechs. AUPH, if this thing can go to 850, could be a nice little short opportunity in there. FMI, looking at it, up 3 days in a row. If it can go to 36, 37, that would be very interesting for me. This one up 4 days in a row. Today's day 5. There could be a trade there. AVXS is actually not extended at all, so I'm gonna pass on it. The shop I talked about. Masi is still stalking it. CC, I think this 33 area will be of interest eventually. Weight Watchers, this could be a long and a short. I'm looking at it on the short side right now. If it loses this 1740 area, I could very easily fade back to sub 16 or something. BSBR I talked about. This one I talked about. PTLA, another kind of extended biotech. Just stalking it. Excel, it can lose, as you can see, it's riding this rising 20-day perfectly for now. But if it can lose this rising 20-day, it could fade back to the rising 50-day. Line K, nah, there's nothing here. It's kind of extended 90% in the past month and a half. There's really no good setup on it right now. Okay, that's it. Oh no, never mind. I also have yesterday's breakouts to go through. This one I was thinking about buying end of day, but they had an offering, I think at 135 pricing. So I think there's gonna be a roof there, so there's really not much potential here. Or, you know, it can't just blow through and go to $2, but I passed on it because of that. This thing had some good volume coming off the lows. Very easy to go to $1 here. I don't know what the news were. Too lazy to check it out. But looks good, I guess. Had some earnings. This one is not looking that great. PRK I talked about. This one had a great looking breakout here. Perfect looking breakout. This thing had a little bit of breakout. Considering the weak biotech market, this thing showed a lot of strength. This thing had a new CEO. Turnaround hopes for this one. But not much follow through from the gap up. This recent semiconductor recent IPO stock tried to break out from this rising 20-day flag formation. You know, if it had gone a little bit higher, I may have bought it with a little bit more volume, but now I just didn't see much in it. Had some patent news, not much follow through. BSPR breakdown. ANAT tried to break out, but just not much follow through. Quick had a nice little breakout candle here. Wix tried to break out, bounced off the 20-day rising moving average. Looks good. I was actually long it from earnings, but I got stopped out pretty much break even. Momo is, let's see. Yeah, it's gapping up, but I think they're gonna slam it back down to 30 because the seller, they never took the seller out yesterday. It started grinding up in after hours. Insane earnings. It traded half the float yesterday. I think this thing could go to, I don't know, 40, 50 if it gets going. It can very, very easily go there. Naked. You know, the entry on this thing was really in the 220s or 230s. Yeah, 230s. I saw it pretty early, but I passed on it, unfortunately. Gravy, I was thinking about buying this on the before it went green, but I passed on it. But very easily bounced back to 25, 27 or something. Very, very easily. Recent biotech spin-off had some nice volume breakout. This one I'm in. This one I talked about. Okay, that's it.